Good morning. Today we're in a 2021 Jayco Greyhawk 30Z, and I'm going to replace this thermostat with an easy micro air digital thermostat. I'm not a professional photographer, so bear with me. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come down to the breaker box, and I don't know if you can see it. The second breaker, the first breaker after the main is AC1. So we're going to turn off that breaker. Now that is off. AC1 is off. And then after I do a little prep work, I'm going to kill the 12 volt coming into the camper by the main switch because the thermostat is controlled by 12 volts and I don't want anything to short out. So we're going to do the unboxing and do a little prep work, and let me show you that. Okay, so here's the box that it came in: micro air easy touch RV thermostat. When you go to the website, be sure to use the option to make sure you get the one that's correct for your particular thermostat. Okay. This right here is icons that you're going to use in setting up everything. There's fan icons, fan only, furnace, your settings tab, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and we're going to set up both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi on this. This is a pack of covers to cover the holes on if you have extra holes that are left from your old thermostat, this will cover those holes up. And here is the new thermostat. And I ordered the white one. You can get white or black. And these are the mounting screws that go with it. It's got something like a wire tie attached to the two pieces, so that gives you the exact length that you need when the distance apart when you screw them into the wall. And we're going to get to that in just a little bit. Here's the back of the unit. We're going to need a tiny screwdriver to push down on those tabs to be able to insert the wires. But it goes from the bottom, red, blue, GL, GH, Y for yellow, WHP is white with heat pump, and then W just for white, and then there's two sensor if you have different areas, I think, to connect. I also wanted to show you while I'm doing this section of it that I did a little pre-work. And then on the back page of this, if I can get to the back page. Okay. I have a picture of the existing thermostat, and then down below You can see that I took the wire color and the connector that it's going to connect to on the new thermostat. The white on here actually connects to white and slash WHP, which is white with a heat pump. I found out from the people at Hutch Mountain that if the white had a black stripe on it, then that would mean I had a heat pump. The GL is for the gray, GH is for the green, the B is for the blue. This was a picture that I got out of their manual, their instruction manual, so I didn't know which one I was going to get. And as we can see, I got the one that's like this, but mine is white instead of black. Okay, so I'm going to use side cutters to cut these wires, but I'm going to cut them one at a time. I don't want to do anything that's going to end up shorting anything out, even though I do have the 12 volt turned off. All right, so I have the old thermostat removed. There's the bare wires. I'm going to strip those and install them into the new thermostat in just a minute. Okay, so it took an extra pair of hands to help me put the wires in. I had to have my wife hold the thermostat as I pushed down on the little buttons and slid the wires in. But I have all the wires connected. I'm getting ready to put the bracket that holds the thermostat in place. My holes on the other thermostat are lower than the center of this big hole, so I'm actually going to raise it up a little bit about center and try to get it level, and that's where it will cover this hole and it will cover the holes down below. I'm just getting the screw started, and then I'm going to screw it manually because there's a lot of wires back there and I don't want to short anything out. And then I'm going to use a level to mark the next screw. And that's always the case. Okay. See how these things can get away from you. All right. Okay, I've got that screw started. And there's just a little wire connection that keeps, and that's level. Okay. All right, so I've got the 2 screws in, and I'm going to cut off this plastic piece. Okay. Okay, is everybody dizzy from that? All right, then we're going to set the thermostat in place. Slide down. And there it is. Okay. So now I've got to read a few instructions to see how to program it, and I'll get back to you shortly. All right, I've got it mounted on the wall. I've connected the Bluetooth to my phone. I've also connected the Wi-Fi in the camper to the unit. So I can access it through the app via Bluetooth if I'm in the camper, or via Wi-Fi if I'm not. You just notice that the screen goes a little bit darker after it sits for a little while. Now, it's not a soft touch screen like you would imagine that your iPhone or Android is. This you have to kind of push a little bit. So we're going to go into settings, and we're going to scoot over here, and we're going to click on the switches, and it says set your available heating sources. The only one I have is a propane heater, so we select the furnace, and then we have to auto enable the gas changeover because it's not going to heat pump. These were staying up there. So then I'm going to go back, and I think that's the only switches that you can enable. Okay. You have an option to select Fahrenheit or Celsius. I have it on Fahrenheit. So sensor adjust, touchscreen calibration, the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth is done, brightness. Okay, so we're going to go to the main screen, and we're going to power it on, and you see the green come on, so it's powered on. And we have the choice of selecting furnace or heat or fan or AC. It's currently 70 degrees in here. The AC is set at 70 degrees. Well, actually, this will do heat and cooling. But I want to go to heat, and we're going to raise the temperature here and see if the furnace kicks on. I'm not sure how long it's supposed to take. And below that, you can set your fan speed to low or high on this particular model. Okay, so that's the air conditioning they kicked on. Oh, I think the numbers are supposed to be red when you go on heat. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some diagnostics here. We had the fan, only the fan running, that's why. So I turned it down to, it's saying it's 70 in here, we'll go down to 67 and see if the air conditioning kicks on. That's the heater, that's the fan. I'll be back. Well, I didn't do anything, but it's set to run the air conditioner, and you see the numbers are blue. It did kick on. Actually, the fan kicked on before the compressor. So it looks like the air conditioner is working. And now I'm going to switch it over to heat. Take it up to 70 and make sure that it kicks off. As you can see in the top left hand corner, it is saying that the inside temperature is 70 degrees, outside is 69. I think the outside temperature it's picking up from location services. And you can see that the green of the Wi-Fi is on. Okay, I went up a little bit higher on the temperature for the AC to kick off. I didn't do anything. I was just reading, and then the AC kicked on so that I knew that it was working. We'll be back in a minute and see if we can get the heater to work. The compressor has just kicked off. The fan is still running. And now it has turned off. Okay, so we're going to try switching it to heat. And we're going to leave the temperature, well, we'll go up some. As you can see, it took just a couple of minutes, and then the heater, and I hear the furnace kicking on and the burner's firing up, and you see the numbers are red, so that's working. I don't know how I can video my phone screen, but I can control it through the app. I have tried and I can control it through the app. I actually went into the app and lowered the temperature down to 68, and it did change it. And it's connected through Wi-Fi, not through Bluetooth, even though I'm in the camper. I just want to make sure that the heater is going to kick off. As soon as I stopped that section of video, the numbers turned white and the burner's kicked off. The fan is still running on the furnace, and I expect that to shut off here shortly. And you can see it actually raised the temperature inside to 71 degrees before I turned it off. So everything seems to be working. I'm excited.